The new Hickman house?
Yeah.
Not, okay, how did he come by living in the old place when you came and got me, that place?
He rented it, honey.
Oh, he rented that place. Oh, okay.
And he tried to buy it, and they wouldn't. He took me to, it didn't look anything like it did when we lived there.
Tell us how it looked.
Well, the kitchen was sealed, and the kitchen was in one end was in the south end of it. They moved the kitchen to the south end of it, and the trees in the backyard wasn't. The little well wasn't there in the backyard, and there was big sycamore trees, one on either side of the gate in the backyard when I lived there, and they were gone and there was a big oak tree right close to the back door when Jack lived there. He rented that place.
Well, didn't you tell me that when y'all lived there, the kitchen was a separate place?
No, not that one.
Not that one?
That was Grandpa's.
That was the
plantation house.
Well, when I went there last summer, the house was totally falling down.
Yeah, I heard
and that was all covered with vines, and it's just going to fall down pretty quick now.
Jack, I remember Jack told me he tried his best to buy it for him, but he wouldn't sell it. He wanted too much for it. And well, why didn't Jack live in there? Wanted across the. Well, Dad was still.
Because Grandpa was still alive.
Oh yeah, Grandpa was still there. Oh, he rented that place, honey.
Yeah, Grandpa was still alive and in pretty good health, and Jim and Joy lived there with him.
Jim rented it. I don't remember how much rent he paid or anything, though.
Probably not.
I doubt very much that he ever paid any rent. I think he just lived there. I don't believe he ever worked.
Oh yeah, he had tomatoes when I was there. You know
Jack worked out in the field.
Oh yeah, Jack worked, but
you know what? Jack. I'm talking about Jack.
Oh well, Jack always worked. Jack was a working fool, but Uncle Jim didn't work all that much.
No, Jim quit. He quit working. He wouldn't work the place when just about the time him and Joy got married.
Yeah. After he and Joy got married, I don't remember him ever having a job outside of the farm or doing any work.
I don't remember what Jack ever went back down there for. Had he gone to California?
Well,
he had gone to California 5 or 6 times.
Jack's pattern was to go to California and work and make as much money as he could. Then he'd come back to Louisiana and try to farm again.
Yeah.
He really wanted to farm. And then something would happen, and they'd spend all their money. He'd either buy a place or rent a place or whatever, and when his money was all gone, he'd give up. He could pack them all up and go back to California and work for a couple of years and save every penny he could get his hands on. And he saved it in a sock under the mattress. I know that for a fact because I remember him getting that sock out and counting that money from time to time. And then he'd go back to Louisiana and do it all over again.
Yeah, spend that money and then he'd do it all over again. Well, he rented that house because I know he never owned it. He tried to buy it, but
well, see, that's where he lived when Aunt Myra and Uncle Wade decided they would go to Houston to live by Aunt Hilda. And Aunt Hilda, Aunt Myra said that I couldn't go. They didn't have enough money to support me and all that, so I went to Louisiana with Jack. And it was in the summertime, school was out, and I was just there a couple of months when Thelma kicked me out and told him that he'd have to get rid of me or she was going.
You look too much like your old mother, she said.
And so she picked a fight with me, and I sassed her. She was trying to feed little Patricia, and for whatever reason, she was teething or something. Patricia didn't want to eat.
Yeah.
And Thelma, she kept crying, and Thelma every time she'd cry, Thelma would poke a spoonful of food in her mouth. And it would dribble down, and she'd cry, and Thelma would slap her.
Mm.
And I said, if you'd stop hitting her and let her stop crying, maybe she'd eat. And Thelma told me to mind my own business, that it wasn't any of my GD business, what she did with her kids. And when Jack got home that night, she told him he better get rid of me or she was going to leave. And I ended up going across the road and staying with Grandpa and Jim and Joy for a couple of weeks until my mother could come and get me.
How did you want some cold water to drink or orange juice? Well, it seems to me like this, vaguely remember something about it. I know Hilda wanted that place. Each one of us would have liked to have had it. But I didn't have any money to buy it, and besides that, honey, it was lonely down there. Those pine trees that cry when the wind blows, you know. There was no work that I could get to do, and the other kids wouldn't help me any. I had to work where I could get a job, and the other kids wouldn't help me any. And of course, Ole and I were too young then, before they married. But anyway, I remember something about Hilda wanted it, and she might have lost some money on it. I don't know about that, but she never owned it.
Vivian said that Aunt Hilda did dig around on the place with another family. She had another family helping her. And they dug around for a while, and then this family disappeared in the night. And she wondered if they found the treasure.
Well, Uncle Jack Taylor, you remember, he went to the Johnny Army in the
Hey, Vivian, tell us the story as you know it about that family.